Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars of London. I hope you're doing well, staying inside and enduring this lockdown as best as possible. Now I start this video with a massive smile on my face because I've been working behind the scenes for quite some time and it is evidential, if that is a word, or there is evidence to prove that this lockdown is getting us all itching and ready for some road trips once we are all released back into the wild. So I've been speaking to Sam, I've been speaking to James, and I've been speaking to Seb to ask them what their most memorable moments are from some of our silly road trips that we've done in the past. And then what I got them to do was to sit down on their sofa and talk us through it, and then I can then go and bring all of these videos together and bring you guys our best road trip memories.
Forgive the fact I'm wearing pajamas. Self-isolation, this is literally all I wear all day, every day. But anyway, Paul and I have done so many epic road trips together over the years that picking one or highlighting one has actually been impossible. I sort of narrowed it down to two. The first of which was actually out in America years ago when we went out for the launch of the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tyres, and we had to get from LA to Palm Springs. And rather than getting on the sort of shuttle bus, Paul and I decided to rent two cars and challenge each other to see who could get there first. And I can't even remember what the prize was. We ended up with I was in a 718 Boxster GTS and Paul was in, I think, a Corvette? Pretty sure he was in a Z06. Anyway, one way or another, two completely different cars setting off from LA and racing legally to Palm Springs. And it was one of those days where the video, I think, reflected the day, the moment so well. It's quite rare that that happens when you're having loads of fun, enjoying yourself, driving epic roads, having a blast with your mate. Sometimes the video doesn't quite capture that. It's quite rare that that combines. But whenever I watch that video back, it just brings a smile to my face because genuinely, right at the end, we found each other. I got distracted on a mountain road and was driving up and down. And yeah, we bumped into each other and we had like a legal drag race to the hotel. We were laughing so much and...
No! No! The pool! Come on! We're literally on the limit of the speed limit. I'm in the right lane! I'm in the right lane! He can't do anything. Sam is right here. You need to watch Sam. No! No! I was just promoting your channel, Sam. I was just saying for people to go and watch how close this is because you've got the right angle. I was in the right lane and now I'm in the wrong lane.
But whilst I thought that was going to be my number one, I actually think my number one has to go for like a group of trips, which is effectively the number of times we've done Monaco to London. Because I don't know why, but I feel like over the years, Paul and I have done that trip together and like alone together too many times. It's not a fun trip. Usually it represents the end of another adventure or time in Monaco or time in the south of France and you're kind of like heading home, which is never fun. And usually you have to start like 4 or 5 a.m. to be able to get back and get the Eurotunnel on the same day and not have to stop overnight. And a lot of the driving through France is dull. But yeah, I'm trying to remember. I've been trying to remember. I mean, we've done it in the 4C and his R8, in a Fiesta ST together, sharing the driving after the Monaco Grand Prix, F-Type and Gallardo, 360 and C63 AMG. In the McLaren, did we do it in the McLaren? Maybe not. F-Type and AMG, maybe. There's definitely a lot of times that I'm forgetting because we've just done it so many times. And whilst it is quite boring and dull, I feel like we've figured out quite a good formula for it. And I have quite a lot of memories of doing that journey together and stopping off always at that first petrol station, I think just outside of Dijon. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Out of self-isolation has made me go really stupid. Anyway, we have our usual regular petrol station stop, which you try and get to, which is like 3 hours down the road. It actually has a Paul bakery, which I always think is appropriate. Paul never seems to be that amused by that fact, but I'm like, hey, Paul, why don't we go to Paul? But yeah, we got a good formula to it. And whenever other people have been involved in that drive, we're always a bit preachy, being like, you don't know how this, like, you got to follow our rules precisely. When we stop for gas, just fill up the car, grab a sandwich and crack on. There's no time to mess around. We want to get back. And every single time we arrive at the Eurotunnel a little bit early because we've reduced that ETA and we get home sooner and it's just the journey's done and we're always super happy. So yeah, as much as it's usually quite miserable, I do have some funny memories and some positive memories of doing that journey with Paul. So that has to, unfortunately, take my number one spot, even though we've been to Barbados, been all over Europe, been to America, been to amazing places and done amazing things. The sort of most unattractive journey is actually one of my favourites.
Sam, you madman! Go!
Look at that. That's real. That's what I'm talking about right there. Both of these moments actually involve Paul. Not sure if that's a coincidence or a weird thing, but yeah, the first standout moment is this video here. So we were on a road trip. Myself, Sam, Seb and Paul were ultimately going to Rome for the launch of the McLaren 720S in the first test drive there. And we hopped from Monaco down the coast through to Italy to Sardinia and then over to Corsica. And, or actually the other way around, I think. Corsica, then Sardinia. Anyway, while we were on Corsica, we set a game of challenges. And during one of our games, our sat-nav took myself and Paul, who were teamed up at this point as a pairing. Our sat-nav took us just completely down the complete wrong set of roads. Now, bearing in mind, at this point, we are in a McLaren 675 LT and Paul's Lamborghini Huracan. And I kid you not when I say this sat-nav took us off-road. We were not on tarmac anymore. We were sort of working our way down this beaten, broken path. And we've got walkie-talkies and we're sort of going backwards and forwards. I'm like, Paul, do you think this is the right way? I'm not sure about this. This doesn't quite make sense. And Paul's in front of me and all of a sudden he just stops his car, hops out for no, I can't see anything in front of his car. He just hops out for no reason, walks around to the front of his car and picks up a tortoise. Picks it up and walks over to my car with it. And he's like, I just had to rescue this this tortoise from the middle of the road to stop squashing it with the car. It was so surreal. So yeah, that moment in terms of surreal, crazy moments that stick in my mind, definitely rescuing a tortoise from a Lamborghini is up there with one of them.
I have this good but disappointing memory from one of our Supercars versus Spotters competitions we did here in Monaco. It was back when, I remember James had the 675 LT, I was in the Batmobile. And we were racing, obviously, so Spotters versus Supercars. And we had to race up to the top of La Turbie, and the first person there won the competition. And I was in the Batmobile and I actually had gotten out of La Turbie first, was feeling super confident, and I did not want to lose this race. There was no part of me that was willing and able to lose this race. I was so confident. I was on my way up. I knew that none of them were ahead of me. I couldn't see anyone up the road. And then all of a sudden I get a warning. And the car got stuck. I think it was in like second or third gear or something like that. So I couldn't go very fast. And I didn't really want to push the car too much. So as we're getting to the top of the hill, I just see, obviously in the Batmobile, it was cameras. I could just see the 675 LT approaching behind me. And the car was so wide, the Batmobile, I thought he would maybe not be able to pass me.
There's Paul behind me! There's Paul behind me! No, it's James!
I don't know if you can see him there. He's right behind.
I'm gonna block the road. I'm gonna block the road for him. I'm blocking it. I'm blocking it. Come on! Seb in the Batmobile has gone from first to third.
Here's Seb. My own saving grace is Seb hasn't seen. Do we know if Seb's seen Sam?
No.
Honestly, the smile that I have had on my face rewatching all of our best bits, all of our memories, but also downloading the clips that these guys have sent in so that I can listen to their memories and package everything up. Honestly, this has been one of the most rewarding videos to edit, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as well. My favorite memory has to come down to the entire road trip that we did, Orange Crew versus Red Crew. We put a lot of time into it. We did work hard on coming up with the challenges and the creative so that all of the videos could hopefully document the road trip as best as possible. But it was the spontaneous things that happened, some caught on camera, some caught off camera, that happened that really made that entire road trip incredible. And we vowed from that day that we would do our best at bringing together cars and ourselves for road trips. We've done Hot Hatch Tour, we did a mini Ferrari road trip that should have been down to the south of France, but 2020 was supposed to be, and definitely still is, the year of the road trip. And when all of this ends, I can guarantee that I will spend the majority of it on a road trip, because that is the one element to what YouTube is all about, and sharing these adventures and memories and these stupid cars with you guys is about having fun, smiling, and being on the open road. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed this video, bringing the guys together so that we can reminisce and get ready to what is going to be an amazing second half of 2020. I hope you are well, I hope you are staying safe, staying inside, and doing your part for the NHS and for everyone that is fighting on the front line, this coronavirus. But we will get through it, ladies and gentlemen. So yes, stay inside, and I will see you very soon for the next video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome to Supercars of London. And yes, I can guarantee that when this is all over, there is going to be new cars on the channel. There is going to be tons of road trips, many collaborations, and I will be seeing the guys very soon. So take care, guys. See you soon. Goodbye.